Hello tout le monde, alors désolé, pas de caméra aujourd'hui, elle est cassée. J'ai un écran blanc qui s'affiche à place de la caméra. Bah... Pour Noël, il va falloir que je m'en achète une. Donc du coup là on va reprendre la partie où on en était sur Gridfall. Je devais censé commencer il y a 3 heures, mais enfin 14, 15, 16, 17, ouais, c'est ça, il y a 3 heures. Et je me suis écroulé comme une merde. Je me suis levé super tôt ce matin, pour ceux qui ont pu voir, j'étais sur du Guild Wars. Je suis allé manger, je me suis posé sur mon canapé pour digérer, et puis me voilà quoi. Ouais, bah, c'est ça le problème de travailler de nuit. Voilà, donc on était parti pour papoter à la dame apparemment.
You have come at the right time, Your Excellency. I am in a delicate situation and your help would be invaluable.
I'm listening, Admiral.
Captain Reuben warned me that he suspected a member of his crew of being a spy. It is almost certain she sent secret navigation information to foreigners.
Why ask me to do?
This is a very serious accusation. One that results in a member of the guild being expelled. The Norts are like a family, very connected, but also likely to carry resentment. I think an external view is required to be certain that there will be no bias. Anyway, their ship is anchored at New Serene. Your authority will allow you to get more answers than us.
I see. What is the exact nature of the information that could have been sent?
It's up to you to find out. But all the Norts know how we navigate our ships. You've seen the techniques we use, and you know we want to keep them secret.
I agree. Where can I find Captain Reuben?
At the port in your town. You know his ship. It was Captain Vasco's before he landed. I'm counting on you, Your
J'ai jeté
Excellency.
mes cendres là parce que ça
We must
pue la
shed
clope là.
light on this
Oh.
case.
Alors, lui parlait de notre mère.
I have come to talk to you about a personal matter.
After what I revealed to you, I was sure you would come back to find me. What would you like to know?
You told me that I was born on one of your ships, of an islander captured on the island.
We'd like to know about this woman's origins.
I'm afraid I can't help you. I did not take part in those expeditions. And our old archives are far from here.
Is there no one on Tier 3D who can help us? Please.
Very well. I do know an old captain who could perhaps help you.
Where can he be found?
His ship is moored in the port of Hikmet, if I'm not mistaken. His name is Captain Lissandro.
Thank you for your help, Admiral.
De Sarde,
Yes, Admiral?
don't get too caught up in the past. That one in particular. Nothing good will come of it.
Whether or not we choose to get caught up in it, Admiral, the past always catches up with us. Sadly, I'm paying the price of this.
Ah, ici c'est quoi ici? Parler avec de Constantin, parler au capitaine Ruben, non on s'en fout. Là c'est quoi là-haut? On va voir celle-ci. J'ai coupé le chauffage tant que ça charge.
Let us not be enlightened that a captain who took part in these expeditions is right here on the island.
It is indeed a stroke.
Et ouvrir un peu la fenêtre pour mettre un peu d'air frais.
He remembers my mother.
Do not worry.
Sinon avec le chauffage ça va me
Kept his diary from that time.
coucher. C'est vrai que je suis pas allé souvent dans cette ville-là, Kimket. Saint-Pétrus, ouais. Non.
Hello there. My name is Desardet. I'm the legate of the merchant congregation.
I am Captain Lissandro. Pleased to meet you. I don't believe I've had the pleasure before. Yet your face seems familiar. How odd. Well, what can I do for you?
Admiral Cabral advised me to speak to you about a matter of some concern to me.
The Admiral? Coming from a legate, I should have expected that.
Je passerai un coup de balai tout à l'heure.
You are the only one on this island that can help me.
Really? Oh, I think I understand. That's why your face looked familiar. The congregation is good at keeping its secrets, isn't it? This story is not a new one.
25 years. 25 years since the Nauts brought a woman who was captured on this island to Serene.
I remember, and yet it wasn't the first time. But on that occasion, a child was born.
So you can understand why we'd like to learn where this captive came from.
Yes, yes. I have seen more than a few Nauts looking for their parents. But what have you got to do with all this?
I met that woman in Serene. I got to know her, well.
Listen, it's not that I don't want to help you, but my memory is no longer what it
Tu as eu un peu de
was.
pognon, c'est ça?
I wasn't the captain at the time. I wasn't the one who decided where we moored the ship. So I don't see how I can help you find out where this woman came from.
Do you need a little gold to jog your memory?
You're quite the merchant, aren't you? But since you're asking so nicely, I do actually need a new sail.
Here's your gold, Captain.
Perfect. My old boat thanks you. Very well. I need to look in my old logbooks. I'm sure I'll find something. Wait for me here. I'll be an hour at the most. Here it is. I found my old logbook. There's a passage in it that would probably interest you. Your mother came from a village on the plains in the southeast of the island. I'm talking about a place where the bones of the whale are visible from the coast. I believe the natives call it Vignamri.
Thank you for this information, Captain.
It's nothing. I'm getting sentimental in my old age. Good luck to you.
So here you are on the verge of discovering your mother's village, of finding your own people. How do you feel?
I don't really know. I'm a little lost, I suppose. All of this is so new to me.
I understand.
Il va retrouver son pas son papa. Oh, je dis si, peut-être ça se trouve c'est son père qui va retrouver.
And today you learn she is not your real mother. I'm sorry.
At the fiery flasks, you'll find the quintessence, the best potions, and the most efficient concoctions.
Come closer. Come closer. All my wares are in the back garden.
Donc on va passer par ici. Ah,
To
Sultan.
what do I owe the pleasure of your visit?
I recently found out that my mother came from your village.
Your mother was from Vignamri. Now I understand why your face seems so familiar to me.
Indeed. She was captured before my birth and sent to the continent.
She was called Arelwyn. Did you know her?
Of course. Everyone here remembers her kidnapping.
Could you tell me more about that?
I was not the head of the clan back then. It was a very long time ago, but I remember the village Denegad. Kidnapped by the people of the sea. All our warriors set off to her rescue. But it was all in vain. Most of them died, including the one she loved.
Il va retrouver son
It
papa.
was a dark day, in which our village lost its knowledge and strength in one blow.
So my father died too. Do you know if any members of my family are still alive?
Yes, Slan, your mother's sister.
Ta ta ta.
She then became our Donegad. She was never able to match her sister's talent. Too much knowledge had been lost. Relwyn was a renowned healer across all of Tiafradi. Taking her place was not an easy task.
It's not surprising that she was of interest to the congregation. They probably hoped she could help them find a cure for the Malachor. But all alone, far from the island. She was just a young, frightened woman who had lost all her powers.
Do you know where I can find my aunt?
You could try her house, but she's rarely there. She is an elderly woman now, and very much enjoys her own company. She doesn't speak much to me. But others here can probably tell you where
Donc
to
fouiller
find
chez elle, aller parler aux gens.
her. Anything else?
Nothing. I must go.
What do you think of the chief of your village?
He seems quite friendly compared to the others we've run into.
A bit too friendly, if you ask me. A little too concerned with pleasing the settlers.
And you think that's a bad thing?
He reminds me of myself when I was younger. And that's not a compliment. My fear is that he serves his own ambition. And this is often done at the expense of others. There's no one here. Let's go and ask the inhabitants of the village if they know where to find her.
The islanders protect their Donegada. I don't know if they'll speak to some Renaigse.
Don't forget, you are one of them after all.
Ah, nouvelle tenue. Tiens, on va papoter à la dame là. Donne-moi, monsieur.
Hello.
Renaigse. Do you need help, Renaigse?
Actually, yes. I'm looking for the village Donegad.
Oh. And what do you want from her?
Ulan told me that she could help me to find someone.
Ulan must have wanted to play a dirty trick on you. There's no love lost between Ulan and the Denegad. She says that he loves the people from your island too much. But Ulan saved our village. Anyway, if you want to find her, try heading towards the western plains. I am not sure if she is there right now, but she likes going for walks there.
I'm extremely grateful.
Un glouglou. Alors ici on évite de se battre.
There's a woman over there, surrounded by animals. It looks like she may be in danger.
Let's go and help. It's got to be her.
Maybe enlightened protect me in this
How do you feel, madam?
Well, thank you for stepping in. I don't understand what has happened. Usually these animals accept me. Something must have frightened them.
Du tout cuit
We
la
are
bagarre.
glad we arrived at the right time. We would have been very upset if something had happened to you.
Excuse me, but are you Slan, the Denegad of Vignamri?
Yes, that's me. Were you looking for me?
Yes, we were. If you would allow us, we'd like to accompany you and tell our story along the way.
Very well. I will walk by your side.
This is the story we have pieced together.
I just can't believe it. Yet, if I think about it, your face reminds me of
Il a retrouvé sa tata.
My mother, or rather, the woman who raised me, gave me this necklace.
Arelwyn gave it to me, to give to her child, and I passed it on to Mrs. de Sade.
It looks familiar. Your father had given it to your mother when they bound. It's good that you are wearing it today. My poor beloved Arelwyn, who died far away from us all, and divorced Tirce. I still miss her so much.
She wanted me to help her die. But I was unable to do such a thing. Someone would have figured it out. I would have been sent back to Ptolemy, and I would have lost everything. So I watched her suffer. And one day she died.
Petrus, I cannot hold it against you for letting her live.
No, you don't understand. I loved her. I loved her, and I didn't even have the strength to end her suffering. She's the only woman I've ever loved.
I never would have guessed.
Everyone loved Arelwyn. She was marvelous. You cannot blame yourself, man of the light. What's more, you brought me her child. For that alone, she would forgive you if she were among us. All is well now.
Ah, du
The
coup,
child of
c'est un peu plus froid.
Tircradi has returned home, and with him, the spirit of his mother.
Hop.
You are home, my Magam. Welcome.
Petrus, I wanted to thank you.
Thank me? Despite everything you know about me.
You may have been a bit cowardly in the past, to the point of letting the woman you loved suffer. You were manipulative, and you lied to everyone, including yourself. But thanks to what you've told me, I've been able to find my family and my origins. And for that, I thank you.
My child. What you're saying touches me more than you can imagine. At least I've done something good, for once in my deceitful life. For you, and for her. I hope the enlightened will remember this when I stand before him.
Voilà, désolé. J'ai dû dérouler mon le câble de mon casque, il était tout emmêlé, c'est chiant. Je peux pas lui parler, non? Alors j'avais copié le scorpion, c'est quoi ça? Désolé. Ok. Merde. Ouais d'accord, c'est du tenue de caca boudin. Bon. Ah oui, c'était regarder les quêtes, où est-ce que j'en étais tant. On va faire ça parce que ça va me... On va parler du secteur à Constantin. Ok, qu'est-ce que j'ai encore? Tous les contrats, je m'en fous. J'ai vu un campement là-haut. Ok. La résine de dragon, ça c'est très utile.
Do not force us to use our weapons.
We do not want to.
What's happening here, soldier?
These islanders want to enter a plot of land that belongs to the congregation.
They are denying us access to the glade.
We must heal it. Otherwise, this land will die.
I am sorry, but we cannot let you enter this area.
But
Congrégation, ouais, c'est lui le représentant.
Bring life back. These people are fanatics, Your Excellency. Several woodcutters died last night, and I'm willing to bet that these savages had a hand in it. You are killing the earth.
So it kills you in return. All of you are cursed.
Shut it, you savage!
De Sardet, I'm the legate of the merchant congregation on this island. I came to shed light on this affair. You said that some woodcutters died.
Aye, they fell sick and died a few hours later. But the camp doctor will be able to tell you more about it. You'll find him in the barracks right here.
Thank you, soldier. I'll go see him.
Please, Your Excellency, you may come in. Do not force us to use our...
Hello, Doctor. I am the legate of the congregation. I was told about the disputes caused by this camp, and a soldier told me that several woodcutters died recently.
Yes. They got sick yesterday afternoon, and a few hours later they were dead. I couldn't do anything except watch them writhing in pain. None of my remedies worked. If seeing corpses doesn't bother you, you can come and see the bodies. They're here. I hope that whatever killed them is not contagious.
These poor woodcutters look like they've suffered. This one has a swollen tongue. Blood at the corner of the mouth. There are some peculiar red patches on the bodies. His eyes are bloodshot. This man choked to death.
Ils ont été touchés par Ebola.
A strong smell of ammonia. The entrails must have been perforated.
So, what do you think? Do you recognize their disease?
They didn't die of disease. They were poisoned. There's no doubt about it.
You're probably right. But I've heard these savages talking so much about curses. So I thought it must be a mysterious disease, rather than seeing what was before my eyes. But how could these three men be poisoned?
I'm not sure. Do their symptoms not point to anything?
No. I've never seen such a deadly poison with these symptoms.
Have you noticed anyone unusual here?
Unusual? No.
Did they drink anything in particular?
They like to drink their fills in the evening. Life is dreary here. But if the poison was in the alcohol, I'd also be on the pile of corpses.
What did they eat yesterday? Did they eat any mushrooms?
No, we avoid that kind of thing. We don't know enough about the region's plant life. The congregation provides us with dry produce, otherwise we eat game. Yesterday they butchered a beast brought by the hunters.
Hunters?
Natives who bring us game regularly in exchange for knickknacks. But they've been restocking us for months. I struggle to believe that they're involved.
Well, we'll see what they have to say. Where can I find them?
They usually hunt on the edge of the wood that leads to this camp.
Ouais, et hop, c'est parti à la chasse aux chasseurs.
Protect me in this battle! May the shadow engulf our enemies!
Atoi! This is our prey, Renaigse. How can we earn our reward if you hunt our prey?
We were looking for you.
Us? What do you want from us?
3 woodcutters were poisoned yesterday after eating what you brought them.
Poisoned? I swear we are not responsible for this.
Charisme.
Listen, all the clues lead to you, but it may simply have been an accident. How about you tell me exactly what happened?
It wasn't really an accident, but we did not want to kill them either.
Then tell me how it happened.
We did not decide to do this. We were trading beautiful things with the camp. But the elder said that we would be traitors to our clan if we let the woodcutters cut down all the trees.
Which elder?
One of the old men from Vigigidor, our village. He is very angry because we cannot heal the glade. He gave us the meat of an andrig killed by a venomous Dosentats. Its flesh is perfectly edible when prepared with certain berries, but without them, eating it would be lethal. And since the Renaigse invaded our forest, these berries are nowhere to be found. He wanted it to be a lesson for them, so that they may understand that their destruction brings death.
I will not hold you responsible, but from now on you will no longer bring meat to this camp. You are the instruments of a hateful old man's vengeance. And I'm under the impression that there will be even more deaths if I do not get to the root of this problem.
The Vegigido elder thought it best to take vengeance into his own hands. I understand his anger, but Dunkus would not approve of this. He would say that bloodshed only leads to more bloodshed, and he wouldn't be wrong.
This whole thing could turn into an open war. We cannot let that happen. Sir de Corsillon will be able to give some advice on how to solve this property conflict, without violence.
J'aime bien les quêtes annexes sur ce jeu. Il y a comme un petit arc narratif dedans. En plus de la quête principale.
Lieutenant, I demand an explanation. Tell us what is going on. We haven't heard anything about Lord d'Orsay's condition in spite of our inquiries. We are extremely worried. And then all of a sudden one of his guards appears, shaken and on his own, though he is part of his retinue.
Please, allow me the chance to shed some light, my lady.
Your soldier is nothing more than a coward for abandoning his highness.
Tell me, what is going on?
This soldier has just reported in. He is asking for reinforcements. He believes that Lord d'Orsay has been attacked.
He believes? He ran here without full knowledge of what happened firsthand.
I was sent on patrol far from the camp, but I heard screams, from men and from beasts. I wanted to return to camp, but then I heard a deafening sound, grinding, like a landslide. I thought then it would be best just to go and get help.
Thank you, Lieutenant. You are dismissed. I would like to have a discussion with this man alone.
Yes, sir.
My lady, could you lead these fine people into the hallway, if you would be so kind?
Certainly. I deplore this embarrassing turn of events, but know that you have my full support in all circumstances.
In the interest of avoiding a general panic, tell me precisely what happened back there.
Your cousin ordered us to escort him beyond the town limits. The islander convinced him to go on some journey.
By islander, do you mean the Denegat that came to treat his affliction?
Yes, a strange bird. Missing more than one feather, you ask me, sir. I was ordered to set up patrol along a small path, rather far from the rest of the company. I was told to protect our perimeter from anyone wandering along. According to the islander, it was the only access to their planned destination. I did my rounds for quite some time. Not a soul came along. But then I heard cries a ways off, and I went running to help. I heard an enormous crashing sound like an avalanche of rocks. So then I turned right back around.
And you ran all the way here? Do you know precisely where the company was when you heard these sounds?
No, not precisely. I hadn't gone there. But I could show you where I was posted. The islander said they were following the path, but he was quite a ways ahead when I lost sight of them.
Why didn't you go and look for yourself?
Il a eu
To
des
see
fois.
if they had been buried by a rock slide.
What? Alone? What could I have done? It seemed of greater urgency to go and get help.
I'm still having trouble deciding if cowardice or intelligence got the best of you. But that's a question for your superiors. My cousin was quite weak. Do you know why he decided to follow the Denegad?
His Highness was feeling much better. The potions that he was drinking must have been potent. I mean to show no disrespect to His Highness, but that islander had the high ground in the War of Wits. I wasn't privy to their counsel. I haven't the beginning of an explanation for the expedition, but your cousin was all full of enthusiasm and ordered that we set out as quick as we could make ready.
That sounds like him. What sort of mess has he gotten himself into? Again?
I am sorry, sir, but I don't know anything else I could tell you.
Dismissed, soldier. Looks like I'm going on an expedition.
Thank you, sir.
Sur les traces du haut roi. Mais je vais pas aller voir quelqu'un d'autre normalement là. Comment il s'appelle là? Ça c'est les notes, ça c'est les campements. Ouais, j'ai pas pu la faire à cause de cette quête. Oh, les bougres. Petit renard. Bon, j'avoue que les forêts se ressemblent toutes, hein, quasiment. À peu de choses près, hein. J'ai pas envie de prendre du temps avec ce menu frotta. Ah, désolé. Ah, d'accord.
This is the camp that Constantine's escort must have established.
It looks more like a battlefield. I hope the Donegad and your cousin survived the fight.
Search the zone. Let's see if we can find any clues as to what's happened here. Most of the weapons are missing. Our soldiers wouldn't have taken a rest without defenses. This area has been trampled. An entire stampede passed by here. Our soldiers must have fled the zone and taken this path followed by their assailants. This is a sacred place of a native cult. No doubt this is where XII and Constantine were going.
It isn't really a place of a cult, but rather a place of anchoring. A place where Donegada perform a ritual to become Sinol Menawi. These places are charged with great energy. Perhaps XII wanted to use it to bring relief to your cousin.
Perhaps. There are bodies, and without a doubt there was fighting here. Search the place. Let's see what we are able to find. The corpses of both men and beasts. These soldiers fought dearly until the end. Neither Constantine nor XII are among them. Crater. Without a doubt caused by an explosive potion. The soldiers might have been carrying them. They must have been desperate to have taken such drastic measures.
Là, il y a des traces de pas là-bas.
More tracks. Footprints. They must have fled this way. Strange. These trees look half calcinated, as if they were exposed to immense heat. These weapons are in terrible condition. Whatever did these men come up against?
C'est quoi cette arme là? Parce que là c'est des géants là, les mecs qui ont ces armes là.
Another burnt tree. This path seems to have been scorched in flames. More signs of an explosion. I can't believe that our soldiers could be carrying so many explosive potions. These poor soldiers were torn to pieces. Animals again? Or something else? New footprints. It looks as if a group met up with them and took this path. There was more fighting over here. There are not only the corpses of our own men, but where could these other soldiers have come from? More signs of explosions. But what were they doing with all these explosives on them? Footprints. Only a handful made it up to here.
Note de travail du professeur Séraphédin. Les natifs nous avaient parlé d'une créature géante reine des hauteurs. Et la statue que nous avons trouvée pourrait bien la représenter. C'est une grande bête ailée qui semble être agile et capable de voler, mais dont le corps semble fragile et sans protection. Bien sûr, il ne s'agit qu'une représentation, et il va falloir que nous veillions une vraie... nous envoyons une en vrai pour vérifier si ces observations sont justes. Tu vois, regarde les notes, tu vois, je les fais petit à petit.
The path stops on this overhang, and despite signs of a skirmish, I can't.
Oula, je me fais harceler là.
See any sign of Constantine or Katasach?
Ils attaquent pas. Ah si. Oh la saloperie.
I don't recognize these men. Still more unknown soldiers. Could they have been responsible for the attack? This one is carrying a letter. Let's see. According to this note, this troop came from an outpost of the Bridge Alliance close by. A patrol, no doubt. Could the bridge in some way be linked to this attack? That makes no sense. These rocks were broken, as if they had taken cannon fire. What could have happened here? I recognize this sack. It's my cousin's. Oh, Constantine, what have you gotten yourself into again?
Oh, regarde, c'est encore un truc. J'étais dessus, je voyais pas.
These vials look familiar. Katasach used the very same to stock his potions. He must have come here. I'm going to pick them up. Very well. Let's sum things up. Constantine and Katasach definitely came through here to perform some sort of ritual, but they were attacked. An attack obviously involving wild animals. And then there are these traces of inexplicable flames. Could it be magic?
You cannot suspect my people are behind this attack. You have strayed far from the path. No one would have attacked Katasach.
Unless he himself was behind it. He is a powerful Donegad. The beasts obey him.
How could you even think something like that? He is a healer. He brought comfort to your cousin.
Perhaps he only did it to gain our trust. With Constantine captive, he now has leverage to apply to the colonists and force them to accept his conditions. But in all truth, I have no idea what to think. But regardless of who is guilty, I must find my cousin. We could return to Wenxavier to learn more. Perhaps Katasak returned there. Or maybe his Voglendai could tell us where to find him. We are also going to have to visit the outpost. Their soldiers were involved in the combat, or at least the end of it. They must have some stories for us.
That trail seems a better one to follow. Katasak is a good man, but the soldiers and the lions have already betrayed you.
That's true. But I do not see how they could have made these animals obey them. However, one way or another, Constantine is in danger. Let us be on our way without further delay.
Bon, voilà, je suis désolé, je parle pas beaucoup. J'ai ma meilleure amie qui me donne de ses nouvelles. Où est-ce que je peux aller pour que ça soit plus rapide? Ah mais c'est pas loin du campement des archéologues ça? Non? Les trucs en gris on s'en bat les couilles. Bah, avant de partir, je vais récupérer le campement dans le coin. Qui c'est qui nous... Ah. Là, le campement il est là. Oh, attends, je peux prendre le TP ici. Oh, quel bougre. Quel naze. J'ai raté le coche.
I've heard stories of your exploits. Thank you for all you've done. It's unusual for us to be offered aid by a Renaigse. It seems my Tiern was right. You are on Almenawi. How can I help?
Katasak has disappeared. Would you have any idea as to where he went?
What? But my Tiern followed you to help you. How would I know where to find him?
I don't know exactly what happened, but he took my cousin to a particular place. A place to perform a ritual. Their escort was attacked, decimated by beasts and by magic. And my cousin and Katasak have disappeared.
And you believe that the Tiern has taken your cousin and killed his soldiers? Your heart must beat in shadow to believe that the man who offered you his hand only did so in order to better betray you.
Wait. This is not what my friend wanted you to hear. Perhaps they were wounded, and your master wanted to take Constantine to a safe haven to heal him. We must find them at all costs. Wherever they are, they most certainly need help.
Forgive me, Doneged. Your words are true. I spoke without thinking. But I do not know how I can help you.
There may be a way. I found these vials of potion on the battlefield. Do they belong to your master?
They could very well, but let me see them closely. No, they are not his. This potion does not seem like any of those my master prepares. I do not know this smell. The plants used to make it do not come from here. Another Doneged must be implicated, but none that I know would attack Katasach. May the trees protect us. Who would attack the water that heals? The earth that feels? They must be in grave danger.
Yes. I sincerely hope that we will find them. That they are alive and well. I must go. I need to continue my investigations.
When you have discovered anything, let me know. Croatoan.
I have to go.
Croatoan.
Alors attendez. Hein. Ah mais ils font chier avec ces touches là. Alors, voyons voir, hein. Désolé pour l'attente. Tiens, il y a un truc ici, on va regarder. Et on retourne ici?
Colonials? You must have gotten lost to have come this far from nowhere. To whom do I owe the honor?
Desardet. I am legate of the Congregation of Merchants on this island.
A legate? Here? Pardon my dismay, but we don't get many official sorts around here. Captain Idris. I am the ranking officer in charge of this Bridge Alliance outpost. What can I do for you, sir?
I'm looking for Constantin Dorset, the island governor of the Congregation of Merchants.
A governor? Here? Whatever would he be doing in this rattle?
My cousin was part of an expedition in this region. His men and his camp were attacked. They nearly all died. But we found no trace of his body, which has us hoping that he may still be alive. Wounded and holding up somewhere, or even captured.
Have you cast your suspicions in our direction? I hope this is a joke. We've had neither reinforcements nor supplies for weeks. In my book, we've been totally forgotten. I wouldn't risk the few lives remaining to attack a governor's camp. I'm not crazy. I'm truly sorry for your cousin, Excellency, but we haven't seen him. And we definitely haven't kidnapped him. The region is dangerous. The natives are heartless. You should be looking in their direction.
You do know that we found the bodies of several men from the garrison up there, don't you?
How could you be sure?
One of them was carrying a note, signed by your hand.
And they are dead. I had hoped they'd have survived and would eventually return.
Explain yourself, Captain. What were your men doing on the clifftop?
They were monitoring the zone. They were to warn us of any troop movements. We have lost too many men to surprise attacks. We decided to take initiative and be ready. Yesterday, we heard screams and saw some strange lights up there. But I was hoping...
And you didn't go and see for yourself? You hear screams, certainly those of your own men, and you don't do anything.
So the last of my men give up their lives for nothing as well? You can think of me as a coward if you like. But me, I'm taking no more unnecessary risks.
Why do I have the feeling that you're holding something back from me? I understand what you're feeling. The pain of seeing your men fall one after the other. The feeling of being abandoned by your leaders. The anger. But if you know anything, speak. My cousin is not one of them.
I don't know what to tell you, Excellency. I haven't stepped a foot outside camp.
I can see how difficult your present situation has become. I'm certain you haven't been paid either for quite some time. I cannot solve all of your problems. But what would you say if I took care of that one, at least?
A little gold would certainly improve the morale of my men. One of the men I posted there returned during the night.
A survivor? Excellent. Did he tell you what happened?
He wasn't able to say a word. He collapsed unconscious 2 steps past the doorway. Our nurse sits with him, but there is little hope that he will come back to himself.
Ah ben j'ai bien fait d'avoir un sorcier, un prêtre et une madame docteur là, je crois qu'ils appellent ça déjà.
Perhaps we could do something for him.
Go and see the nurse. Perhaps you can do something to help the poor boy. I can't take it anymore. To lose another man. Anything else?
I need to be going.
I would very much like to do the same. Safe journey, Your Excellency.
What are you doing there? This is an infirmary.
I know. I've come to see the wounded soldier. The captain told me you might need my help.
That is very kind of him. But alas, it's a little late.
Il est mort.
What are you saying? Is the soldier...
No, he still lives. But I've been asking the captain for weeks to escort me on a mission to replenish my stocks. I no longer have a single remedy. And now that we have a wounded patient, I can only wipe water on his brow and hope.
Do you know what type of remedy would allow him to survive?
Yes, at least I think so. It's a known potion that heals burns.
I see. Give me the recipe. We'll go and see that it's prepared for you.
Thank you. Because of you, this poor boy might be able to survive his wounds.
Ah d'accord, j'ai pas les B. Le B de Belladone. Ah, déjà les plantes non parce que ah, B de Belladone voilà. Alors c'est B anti-recueilli sur des buissons de Belladone, ingrédients utilisés en sciences anglais. Alors à Maxvar ou à Frangnegand, à la forêt des anciens. Est-ce qu'il n'y a pas d'endroit pour me TP plus rapidement? Au moins que j'en suis ici. Ouais, l'aval du grand combat, d'accord. Ah bah je devrais en trouver, d'accord, ici, c'est cool. peut-être par la... en passant par la forêt. Ouais. Ça serait plus logique de trouver des baies dans une forêt que dans une espèce de clairière comme ça, quoi. En plus, je crois que je pourrais peut-être... Il m'a foutu les boules, cette biche. Ça va pas être ça. Ah bah tiens. Hop, je peux retourner au campement. Oh alors, con. Ah, ça fait 2 fois, hein. Allez, je vais faire un AVC avec ces conneries, hein. Bah c'est autant parce que c'est pas un jeu d'horreur que ça surprend.
Were you able to concoct the potion against burns?
Elle doit dans le
Yes, I
nez.
was. Might we administer it?
Give it to me. I'll take care of this. We must wait and be patient now.
Will he make it?
I hope so. We'll know soon enough. This potion is extremely potent.
And if he survives, when could we speak to him?
Come back tomorrow at the same time. We'll know more then.
Very well. I'll come back tomorrow.
See you soon. And thank you again for your help.
Ah, heureusement qu'on peut dormir au campement. Ah, mais tu vas lui... Ah, c'est au mec.
Hello, soldier. How are you doing?
Better. A lot better. Are you the one who saved me? The nurse told me.
I simply prepared the potion that she told me how to make. Nothing more. Could you tell me what happened during the attack?
I will try. They're not really memories I'm fond to bring back. A lot of my friends died up there. We were posted up on the peak to follow rebel movement. It had been a couple of days when we heard sounds of fighting not far from our position. Men were screaming in our own language. So we went to see what was happening. Soldiers of the Coin Guard and an islander were trying to protect a young man. He seemed dire ill.
Constantine Katasak and his escort. Who were they fighting against?
Dozens of wild animals. They seemed completely enraged and intent on devouring them. And there were flames.
Flames? Where were they coming from?
I don't know. My friends and other soldiers fell one after the other. I didn't see everything. All was blood and confusion with beasts and fire. But I thought I saw another islander. Big. He's the one who took the sickened man. There was practically no one left on the battlefield. I was wounded and I passed out. I came to when I heard voices of islanders approaching. Rebels. I thought to myself, they're coming to finish off the wounded. I got up with difficulty and fled. I dragged myself here. And you know the rest.
I'm going to have to go and find these rebels.
You shouldn't do that. They killed all of my friends. You take a great risk.
That's enough. Rest now. You're still far from having recovered.
Yes, it's best I leave now. I've learned enough. I'll have a word with your captain. Goodbye.
Idriss Jallois.
Excellency, I was told that you saved my soldier. Thank you. You can't imagine what this means to us.
Please. I did nothing more than follow the instructions your nurse gave me.
Did you learn what you needed to learn?
Yes. I was able to question your man and he told me what he saw. He and his company heard sounds of the attack, and they went to investigate. My cousin's escort were already nearly annihilated by animals that jumped out from all sides. A strange sorcerer controlled them. It was he that took my cousin.
One of those rebel savages, no doubt. I knew that they'd be behind all of this. They must have learned that an important man was in the region and thought he would make the perfect hostage. I'm sorry. I would give you some men, but...
Don't apologize. I know where the camp can be found, and if my cousin is there, I will free him.
Like you freed the scholars. You're a good man, Excellency.
Thank you again for saving my soldier.
I need to be going.
I would very much like to do the same. Safe journey, Your Excellency.
Ah oui, je comprends, je peux pas me TP étant donné que j'ai pas encore découvert cette zone là en fait. Faut que je voyage ici. Encore? J'ai plus de mine. Enfin, mais il est où ce terrain là? Ah ok d'accord, il est là. Je fais un putain de détour si je passe par là. Non, c'était pas là. Merde. Ah, quoique, peut-être que si je passe par là. Ouais, je vais ressortir de l'autre côté en fait de la grotte. Pourquoi je me suis emmerdé à faire ça alors que j'avais un campement juste à côté? Oh putain, ils m'ont vu.
Hello.
Renaigse, there you are again. What do you want?
To speak to you about my cousin's capture and the massacre of his escort. A soldier from the nearby outpost survived and told us that you were present on the battlefield.
La commande de parler, pas la menacer.
I know that you see us as your enemies, but we are not here to harm you. I only seek to find the man I consider to be my brother, as well as the man who is protecting him. Katisach, one of your greatest Donegada.
No Donea Exregal would attack Katasach.
If you didn't attack him, you must know what happened to them. I was told that an islander took my cousin away. Perhaps your men were there to aid them.
We do not have your cousin, and we do not know what happened to him. As for Katasach, and the Vorst Tire, he died from his wounds.
Merde,
That night, we heard the sounds of a terrible combat. The ground shook all the way to our homes. We went to see, but we arrived too late. The last breath of Katasach had returned to the wind when we arrived there, and many of the Renaigse were dead. We could do no more. We carried the body of the Donegad and brought it here.
He gave his life to protect Constantine. May he rest in peace. This request might surprise you, but we would like to see him.
Why? What do you want to do with him, Renaigse?
Examine him to understand what killed him. We were told that an island native was there and that he likely led the attack.
No Donea Exregal would attack Katasach. You have been lied to, or they were mistaken.
That is the very reason I need to see his body. To understand.
You may see him. But if you desecrate his body, you will pay for this offense with your life.
Sympa l'ambiance, hein. Je te parie qu'ils ont fait un rituel magique. Ce qui a causé une transformation au cousin. Il se transforme en bête et c'est la bête qui aurait tué... et c'est Constantine qui l'aurait tué. Moi je dis que c'est tout à fait possible. Putain. Ah, vous me faites chier avec vos impérates à la con là. C'est quand ce qu'il était cool lui.
Seeing the state of his body, I hate myself for having suspected him. Forgive me, Denegad, to have doubted your loyalty and even more for what we are about to do.
Ah, moi je t'ai pas été...
Let's see what story this corpse has to tell.
Il a été bouffé là. Ah, j'ai intuition niveau 2.
Afra would know how to get information from this body. I'll need to go and find her.
Allez, on va chercher Afra. Le campement le plus proche. Comment pour sortir de cet endroit à la con? Non, je reviens de là moi. Bon bah je vais virer le papy, je vais garder Afra. Je vais garder... Merde, j'ai raté l'entrée moi. Oh! Comment ça, j'ai pas le talon acquis? Oh!
Here is the body of Katasak. Could you examine it and tell us what you make of his wounds?
Of course. This won't be the first time I've examined a corpse. We note a great number of large, blunt force contusions, covering the entire surface of the victim's body. None of the wounds could be attributed to a blade or a spear, nor are there any visible bullet entry points. Practically every bone has been broken in multiple places. The rib cage was torn open and then collapsed. The open wound reveals multiple perforations of the vital organs. Here, the borders of the wounds have been singed. The flesh is blackened, exposed to a flame, no doubt. And we also note several patches of mineral residue. They seem oddly out of place in spite of the exotic insular origin of our deceased. I would be hard-pressed to tell you which of the wounds proved to be the fatal blow, but one thing is certain.
He was smashed violently by a giant rock that was without a doubt on fire.
Yes. These wounds are similar to those given by a heated cannon shot, though in a less regular fashion.
The dead soldiers we found had identical wounds. As crazy as this may sound, whoever is responsible for this attack is capable of wielding molten rock.
In any other circumstance, your conclusion would qualify you for an asylum. But I stand on the side of the improbable. The natives' powers reside outside the body of knowledge we possess.
I can't imagine an Adaig behaving like this. It is not their way. That they might attack careless hunters or warriors, true, but to attack Katasach, the power to call volcano fires, could only be that of a guardian. No simple man wields mountain fire.
We still don't really know who is actually behind this attack, nor what they want. Judging by the severity of these wounds, I fear the worst for Constantine.
All your experiments. You've learned so little. You've learned to fear. Your instincts should have been enough.
We had to at least try. Are you not even concerned or angered by what happened to Katasach?
We've grown accustomed to the loss of lives, your relentless attacks and incessant treacheries. All the same, there is truth in your words. This attack is out of place. Guardian and Donegat would never attack one another. There is a ritual that might help us. Anatalas Fair.
The Anatalas Fair. What is it? Tell me more.
It is a magical rite that only a person with a powerful bond to both spirits and nature can perform. It allows the Donegat who chants it to relive the last moments of an Onol Manawi.
That would allow us to at least see the face of his assassin.
If what I have heard is true, yes. To my knowledge, only one Donegat still living knows the ritual.
Let's ask her for her help then. She might be able to tell us what has become of Constantine.
You are quick to ask another to put her mind in danger for your own concerns. Imagine the pain of the wounds of another, shaking your body as the cold of death crushes your beating heart. This is what you must ask of the Tiernahach. It is the price she must pay for performing the ritual. When her companion was lost in battle, fighting against your own, she wanted to live that death beside her. Since that day, our Tiernahach Kadachtas has never breathed air with the same breath.
That would explain her distrust of the colonials.
You must make her see your purpose. It may be the only way you are going to learn the fate of your cousin.
Allez, c'est parti pour une quête FedEx. Je vais essayer de faire mes potions, moi, du coup. Attendez, j'ai level up tout à l'heure. On va le garder. Bah, c'est bon, j'en ai récupéré. Ah d'accord, les grenades magiques, c'est comme les pièges magiques. Ok. C'est qui veut me parler? Oh bah on verra ça la semaine prochaine. Hein. Ouais, la semaine prochaine, j'ai que lundi de repos. Oh, après, je suis en vacances. Bon.
Hello, Mev.
Renoixe, why have you come here again?
I've come to ask you for help.
My help? You still seek the remedy for the sickness on your island? Or are you looking for something else?
My cousin has been taken, and I've been told that you could help me.
Truly? And in what way?
By performing the Anatalis fair on the body of Katasach, the Donegad.
Katasach is dead. Under Vosh Dire. This is a great tragedy. He was a good man. Perhaps the best of us all. How did this happen?
He went with my cousin to a sacred site when they were attacked. My cousin has disappeared, taken, according to a witness. And Katasach suffered terrible wounds. We examined him, and it seemed as if he had been struck by molten rock.
Fire of the earth. Only the Nadaig Manemen have the power to wield it. But none of our own would have attacked Katasach.
This is why we need your help. We want to understand and to find who's responsible.
And you will avenge the dead as you have avenged my wound in the past. Very well, Renoixe. I will help you. and I also wish to gain understanding. Our island wails in suffering. Many Sinol Manawi have died. The Anatalas Fair may kill me, but at least I will know. You will need to act as my Voglendaig, and bring to me the necessary ingredients while I prepare.
What do you require?
A potion. And listen and remember, or write in your language what I shall tell you. Do not forget, the viscera of the scavengers must be taken from a place near the battlefield, because they contain the flesh of those who fell. As for the personal object of Katasach, find his weapon, because it knew his fury and his despair.
He didn't have a weapon when I found his body. I'll search the battlefield.
Where can I find him?
In Duren's camp. She recovered him after the battle.
Very well. Not far from there is a sacred circle. You'll find me there when you have united all that I need. Then we can perform the ritual when the moon is high.
In that case, let's go together to the ritual site. The place of the attack is not far from Duren's camp.
Very well. I'll follow you.
C'est quoi la quête qui me demande là du coup là? Alors du coup, faut que je trouve ah, c'est par là-bas. Alors il fait des baies de Bellanode et vient de Charognard. Donc il faut que j'aille sur les lieux. Il s'appelle comment ce campement là que je me TP ici? Campement de l'Arche de Pierre, ok. Tu me vois pas. Je sais pas, on dirait un chat qui regarde un mur là. Bon, il faut que je trouve des baignoires. Non, dis-moi pas que... Quelle andouille. Bon, on va se les faire, comme ça sera fait. Non, c'est pas un peu de chance.
I recognize this weapon. It's Katusak's, I'm certain. It must have been broken during the battle. Let's take it back to Mev.
On va fabriquer les potions pour le rituel d'un... On va faire un truc. On va voyager là, par exemple. Je vais acheter les ingrédients qui me manquent au marchand. Alors... Résine, bien, minerai. c'est ça qui me manquait. Ah, c'est la baie de Belladone. Et puis si j'ai pas le pognon, c'est pour ça qu'ils me mettent en gris. Hmm. Il a la classe avec ce galurin à la noix. Non. Hein. J'avais posé un piège tout à l'heure, il me l'a pas pris. Enfin, je crois.
Were you able to find the elements I need for the ritual?
Yes. Here is what you asked me to bring.
This is good. But the moon is not yet high enough. Would you like to wait with me?
Oh, on va revenir plus tard, hein.
Yes. I'll keep you company.
Sit then in that case. And remain silent. I must meditate.
Oh bah, je suis resté avec elle.
Katasar, we have come to learn the truth of your death. Ato al confrangawi brandi, olehana memen adestame haman. Baravridenan tahanemo quate grenfem. Linquid damda renaute da hodox.
Ouais, je suis sûr, sans ces trucs bizarres qu'elle a sur la gueule, elle serait jolie. Hein. Mais bon, après, je suis pas très plante. Hein.
De taragam buledam. De tatamenam reloidan. Adota lamen contebedam en antelam verfractangom.
Katasak, help me, please.
Show no fear. I do not think he means you any harm.
What is this? This monster. Why is it attacking us?
I don't know. I don't understand. It is as if it seeks you out. It wants you.
You never should have done that, Katasach. To save one Renaikse, you put us all in great peril. His spirit is different. He receives badly. You have woven the bond of the Deathbringer.
What is happening to you? Get a hold of yourself. Come on.
Qu'est-ce qui s'est passé? C'est qui ça, ce Vinbar?
I cannot believe it. He has returned.
Who has?
Finbar. The High King. We thought he was dead. He disappeared months ago.
Is he the attacker? And what of Constantine? Have you seen a young blonde-haired man? He was sickly.
Yes. The golden-haired was there. And he was afraid. Katasach protected him before he was killed by Finbar. Leave me now. I am very tired.
How are you feeling?
Better. What are you going to do now?
If I want to have any hope of finding Constantine, I must follow Vinbar. I have no choice.
Do you know where to look for him? Vinbar has been missing for moons.
The kings and queens could tell me when they saw him for the last time.
Then you must earn their trust. Arm yourself with patience and courage on Olmenawi. Your journey is still long.
Thank you, Mev. You have helped us greatly.
Do not thank me. I have not done this for you, but for Katasach. In order to satisfy my curiosity, I betrayed my king. You will find him and confront him, no doubt. All that remains for me to do is to pray that I have done nothing that cannot be fixed.
Farewell, Mev.
Ah bah ça va pas de mince affaire, hein, sans retrouver ce gars-là. Ah bah c'est pas fini en fait la quête. Alors, Ildan ou Dukan? On va prendre Dukan. Non, c'est pas ce que je voulais faire, c'est là. Non, c'est pas ça. Bon, où est-ce que je dois aller?
What brings you here on Almanawi?
I seek your High King, and I was told that you were the last to have seen him.
That was many moons ago. And if he has chosen to walk away from our world, who am I to go against his wish?
Please, I would not ask this of you if it weren't a question of life and death.
I hear your words. Your clan has not given me many reasons to trust you. But if you prove my suspicions wrong, I will help you. The Lugaid Blau fooled us in the past. It is their turn to prove their good faith.
What do you want from us?
I think you know about the conflict between my people and yours over a clearing?
Yes. One of your elders asked me to make sure you could access it again. Alas, I could not take care of it. I was busy with other problems.
Lady Morange was kind enough to talk with us to find a solution, and things were moving forward. Then an elder from my village poisoned 3 woodcutters. That stopped the discussions. The old man responsible for the deaths must be punished, I agree. But not by your people. Not until we are sure we can trust you. There is a mine in the forest that the congregation has long operated with help from my people. But digging into the mountain has risked it collapsing. We reinforced the earth with wood. We worked with the Lugaid Blau to save the mountain and the men. We agreed to stop digging and sealed the entrance with a boulder. But some Renaigse came back, and I think they started digging again. And some of my people started going missing. Perhaps because they had seen them break their promise. If the mountain collapses and it is your clan's fault, thousands of lives will be lost.
And you want me to intervene?
You have to stop them. Remind them of their promise.
C'est du tout cuit, au pire des cas, on leur botte les fesses.
Price of my trust. If you do, we punish the person responsible for the death of the woodcutters, and all our quarrels will be gone.
I'll go to this mine and see what's going on.
Is there anything else?
I must leave. Goodbye, Dunkus.
Qua awalum seg.
Elle est où la pierre de TP? Elle est là. Bon, du coup, l'autre, là, la blague, je vais la laisser dans son coin. Afra, hop, retirer. Avec un capitaine, je pense que ça pourrait le faire. Alors, pour le plus simple, ok. Ben, je vais essayer de récupérer d'abord le campement là-bas. Ça me fera faire un petit détour, mais au moins comme ça. En plus, apparemment, c'est une partie de la zone que je connais pas. Qu'est-ce qui nous attaque là? Oh là là! Ah mais ils sont chiants ceux-là. Ah mais il me pète les couilles là. Ah la tribu. Et c'est de l'autre côté. Ah oui c'est ça, je voulais récupérer le campement qui doit être dans le coin. Parce que bien sûr, je l'aurais fait la quête pour... comment ça s'appelle? Pour l'histoire de la série. Enfin, les gens qui coupent du bois là. Toi tu m'as foutu les boules tout à l'heure, je me venge.
Sorry, this is private property. I cannot allow you to enter.
T'as vite dégagé ton
Actually,
petit
no
toi.
one should be able to enter. This mine is doomed. It's terribly dangerous.
I wouldn't know. Our employer, Mr. Maillard, is the owner. He's got all the deeds required. Listen, you should go to the authorities. They can confirm all the paperwork.
I definitely will.
Putain de quête FedEx. Heureusement que j'ai le copain juste à côté. Hein.
Those guys must have no respect for the lives of their men to start mining again.
These Renaigse must not have taken us seriously. We should take a closer look.
Salut Masta, comment vas-tu? Ah, attends. Ah, on devrait peut-être pouvoir passer par... Ah, voilà.
We should take the path that overlooks the outer wall. We should be able to see inside from there.
They broke the stone and started digging under the mountain again. The Monisinaga. They use captives from the villages to dig their mine.
They've made them into slaves. We must talk to Sir de Corsillon. I hope that our nation is not involved in this business.
Allez, monsieur de Concilion. Je vais pas tarder à arrêter de toute façon. Enfin, du moins le jeu là. Je vais jusqu'à 21h faire du Guild Wars à peu près 21h45, 1h15, 1h45 plutôt. Ils ont 50 000 fois le même tableau quoi. Il est caché où le cotillon là? Deux cotillons. Oh crotte.
Sir de Corsilion.
Decidez, my young student, what can I do for you?
Alors, on va d'abord parler de ça.
I've come to ask you about a mine near Vigyigador. It was closed for a long time for security reasons, but someone has started exploiting it again.
I seem to recall that a concession in this area was sold to a Master Maillard. However, I do not recall the details of the contract. It was established by the previous government. He is a rich merchant from Serene who arrived on the island only a short while before we did. People say that he is unscrupulous.
Unscrupulous? That's an understatement. This man had some natives captured and he's using them as slaves to work in this mine.
What? Does this old brigand really think that he is above the law? We cannot tolerate such methods, but we must determine the best way to attack him. You should start by finding the deed to his property in the archives. Don't worry, we'll not let this man's behavior go unpunished. Can your old professor still prove himself useful?
I found no traces of Professor Seraphedin yet.
Can your old professor?
Looking forward to seeing you again, Sir de Corsilion.
J'ai pas d'autres quêtes avec lui. Non, ça c'était Ruben. Chef de clan. Ah non, c'était tout à l'heure, la quête que j'ai pas pu faire vu que je me suis retrouvé mêlé à la disparition de son cousin là. Là, les archives, c'est en bas ça. Trouver directement, comme par hasard. Titre de propriété du maître Meyer sur une ancienne parcelle minière. Ce document est écrit dans le jargon des juristes. Il s'agit néanmoins du titre de propriété de maître Meyer sur les terres situées dans les régions de et comportant d'anciennes mines. Le document a été signé par Banane de Morgan. Son aide vous sera nécessaire pour comprendre toutes les subtilités juridiques.
Seems as though you can't decipher the glyphs of your own people's document.
I get lost in all the legal jargon, but they have Lady Moronge's seal on them. We should find her to understand exactly what they say.
Madame de Morgan, elle est sympa elle. En plus, on lui a sauvé les miches donc. Je crois qu'elle habite pas très loin de l'ambassade. Enfin, de la maison du gouverneur, ouais. Elle est juste là. Elle bouge pas de sa chaise, hein. Elle doit avoir des escarres, elle.
Dear sir, happy to see you again in such fine health. How can I be of service?
I need your advice once more. This time it's about the property deeds of a plot of land and of a mine acquired by a certain Maillard. Here are the deeds. I must admit that I understand very little of what's written, but your seal is on it.
Do not worry, this type of document is always difficult to decipher for the uninitiated. However, they are very clear. Master Maillard is the owner of a plot of land located near Vigyigador. He can exploit the forest and plant anything he wants there, but it says here that he does not have the right to exploit the mine. It's even repeated in this other paragraph. Any attempt at mining on this land is forbidden.
And yet the mine which was located on this plot of land has been reopened, and is being exploited as we speak.
According to these documents, the mine has been closed for security reasons. This man's behavior is reckless. You should go see him. He's presently in New Serene. He usually spends time at the port when he comes. He has some warehouses there.
Bon, on va lui botter les fesses.
Come closer, good people. The cure is right. You'll find all you need in
Oula, ça lag.
Master Maillard.
Who's asking?
De Sardet. I am the legate of the congregation.
Well, I'm flattered. What brings you here, Your Excellency?
I'm here to talk to you about the mine you have near Vigyigador. Are you aware that you have no right to operate it? Nor are you allowed to employ slaves there.
But what are you talking about? Surely this is a misunderstanding. Listen, I'm sure there is a way for us to get along. I'm an honest merchant. I've always paid all taxes, and the small bonuses needed. Please tell your cousin that I would be happy to send him the gift of his choice. Now, Your Excellency, if you will allow me, I have to get back to my activities.
I'm afraid you don't understand, Master. It's not a money problem. That mine is dangerous, and you endanger the congregation on this island by behaving this way with the natives.
Come on, don't be so serious, young man. I'm sure it's nothing that a small bonus can't fix. Goodbye, sir. Best wishes to your cousin.
Le mec il va rien entendre. Je pense que tout peut s'acheter. Bah, il va vite déchanter hein. Et c'est le seul jeu hein, qui me fait ça, hein. Quand je joue plus de 2 heures dessus, il se met à laguer sur Shadow. Peut-être que c'est sa façon de dire hop, faut que t'arrêtes et que tu fasses une pause. Et il est 20 h, il est l'heure de manger.
Sir de Corsilion.
De Sardet, my young student, what can I do for you?
Plein de choses.
The mission you entrusted me with has made great progress.
Very well. Let's see. Good. You have traveled great distances, and the Terra Incognita will soon be but a distant memory. Keep doing what you're doing, de Sardet. Can your old professor still prove himself useful?
I verified the contract with Lady Morange. The exploitation of the mine is illegal, as we expected, without even taking into account what he's doing to the natives. I then went to meet Master Maillard.
So, what did he have to say in his defense?
He turned a deaf ear and tried to bribe me.
Oh, some of these merchants are so rich that they forget basic decency. But it's high time we reminded him of who is in charge of the congregation on this island. Here, this is an eviction notice which dispossesses him of all his land for breaching his contract. For his crimes against the natives, he's banished from this island. I will make him aware of this decision, but you should go to the mine immediately. The prisoners must be freed as soon as possible, and the mine closed once more.
I'll take care of it.
Can your old professor still prove himself useful?
Donc je dois expulser les hommes de la mine et libérer les esclaves. Ah, j'aurais bien voulu lui lancer la nouvelle. Je vais voir s'il est toujours là-bas. Et je pourrais lui balancer ça dans la gueule.
Closer, good people. The cure ain't wine. You'll find all you need in
Voilà, alors attendez. Parce que là ça commence à m'agacer. On va mettre le jeu en pause. Voilà. Ah bah il est plus là. Ah c'est nul. Ah, je l'aurais bien filé. Cet enfoiré. Je trouve que j'ai m'emmerdé à marcher, je suis juste à côté d'un TP. Je peux pas sauvegarder ici. Et là je peux sauvegarder, voilà.
Sorry, this is private property. I cannot allow you to enter.
I don't need your authorization. I have here an eviction notice signed by the governor's ministers. The former owner, Mr. Maillard, has lost his rights due to a breach of contract.
Look, ultimately, we are not the ones who decide. We only obey the boss's orders.
In that case, where can I find him to notify him of his loss?
You'll find him around here somewhere, Your Excellency.
Excellent.
Are you looking for trouble?
Master Maillard, I'm so glad to find you here.
Ah bah voilà.
Here is a document from Sir de Corsilion on behalf of my cousin. Considering the fact that you have not respected the terms of your contract of ownership, you are hereby expelled. The methods you used against the islanders has also ensured your banishment from Tearfredi.
Impossible. By what right? Guards, this man threatens me.
You will be people were monsters. I wouldn't cry over them. Come now, let's go free my brothers, and we can tell Dunkas everything.
Bah, j'ai tout prendre. Attends, putain, et c'est un noble, il y a que des bottes de merde, lui. Oh là 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 là. Je peux pas ouvrir, d'accord.
Go without fear. You are free. And know that we are sorry for what happened to you.
We must believe that not all Legate blow are alike.
He is an Almanawi. That's why he understands us. Thank you. We will not forget you.
Bon, on les a expulsés, hein, en les butant. C'est une méthode assez radicale. Hein. Quoi, tu veux pas partir? Eh ben crève! Ah, il est là. Bon, je suis parti trop loin.
What brings you here on Almanau?
Parler de la mine.
I was able to close the mine. The man who operated it was arrested and he will be banished.
Oh, on l'a buté.
Yes, those you freed told me. From now on, you are my Karants, my friend. You knew how to renew my trust in your clan. Just as trees grow back after being cut.
Thank you, Dunkus. I'm honored. Will you give us the old man now?
If you allow it, I would like to punish him myself. Enough blood has been spilled, and he will only call for more of it. Since he loved the forest to the point of killing for it, he will be sentenced to heal it. Every day he will replant what your men will cut down. Every day until the end of his life. Does this punishment seem acceptable to you?
If I explain to Sir de Corsilion that the man was sentenced to forced labor, I suppose he will approve. Thank you, Dunkus. It's a wise sentence.
Is there anything else?
I did what you asked of me. Would you now tell me what you know about your High King?
You have earned my trust through your actions. Now, hear me. The last time I saw him, we were in Dorhat Genedu. He wanted us to help him decide what we should do about you. You, the Renaigse. Dedra and Bladnid wanted us to spill blood and chase you from our lands. Ulan's words were all honey, as is his talent, and wanted us to welcome you with open arms. I attempted, as is my wont, to follow the path of wisdom. that which winds between the others. Finbar was not convinced by any of us. He decided to turn to a far greater source of wisdom. He left us to go to the sanctuary to see Anon Mil Frictimen.
Would he still be there?
I do not think so. The Great Mind must have guided his footsteps in a direction beyond our understanding. But he would not have abandoned his people without first seeing his own one last time. You should go to Wen Shavar. Maybe there they would know where you could find him.
Thank you, Dunkas.
Bon bah... J'ai le boxeur qui me rentre là. Ah. Bison futé. Là, je crois que je vais m'arrêter là devant. J'arrive dans le village. C'est quoi cette merde? Bon allez. Sauvegarder. Hop, donc je vais couper quelques minutes, hein. Juste le temps de changer de jeu et de changer de titre. A tout de suite.